Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So this is going to be a single storyline. And so I always try to put these guys out on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. I know this week I got all off kilter. And so I missed Wednesday, but I put one out instead yesterday on Thursday. And now we get another one on Friday. So I just tried to get us back on track when I fumble. All right. Here we go. Let's go ahead and take a peek and see. We always assume that this character is single. We have chased. What are you running away from? What is making you feel overwhelmed? Or what are you afraid of or unwilling to face? It's funny because my first interpretation on this chased card, though, was not about somebody who is running away from something that they're afraid of, but rather something that is simply wanting them that they may not want. So I was a little bit surprised because my instant, I thought, oh, somebody wants something from our character and they feel hounded. I didn't think of them as being the one who's fearful of running away because I don't look at a wolf as somebody who's scared. And this wolf is, to me, that's a power position. So I always look at, wolves as they've got this certain amount of freedom, and then something is hunting the wolf, something that wants the wolf's freedom, wants to take away their freedom. So my interpretation is totally different than what the card actually says. So I'm just going to mention that only because I look at things a little different sometimes, and I want to keep that. I want to honor the card, but I also have to go with my first instinct. So we'll leave that there. And keep maybe both of those. So maybe our character is simultaneously, maybe something is chasing them and it is the thing that they are running away from. Maybe it's like somebody's interested in our single person and they're like, I am not ready for love. I don't want it. Or it's like somebody keeps saying, hey, I want you to work for my company. And it's like, I know I could do that job and I know I could make their company really successful, but you know what? I don't want to take that on, or I don't want to have somebody become too reliant on me because I really want my autonomy, my freedom. Or I don't want to be famous. And I know if I go down that road, it's going to alter the course of my life. And I'm not looking for that. Sometimes people are, even if it's huge success that they could achieve, they're like, I'm not looking for that. Yeah, Ruben, you angel. Thank you, honey. Thank you so much. You are so sweet. Thank you. I hope that you saved some money for your cappuccinos this week, though. You guys, everybody, thank you for being here so much. I absolutely adore doing the lives. I get a chance to connect with you guys, and a lot of you have known for a long time. So I know that Yell is a lover of the cappuccinos, just like I am. And so if you guys are wondering why I mentioned that, it's just I get to know you guys through the messages. Dr. J, you're in the house. Good to see you. Crystal, I'm glad you're here on this one also. Karina Davis, hello, hello. Hey, Michelle. Ms. Hermit's in the house. Deja White, very good to see you. Hi, Nancy. You guys are so wonderful. Thank you for hanging out with me. So we've got Master of Destiny. Yeah, that to me fits perfectly with that first interpretation, at least from my perception, because I keep feeling like our single character, they're saying, look, just because somebody wants me on their team, and even if I care about them and I like them, it doesn't mean I want to do that because I got to go my own path. It doesn't mean my path is easier. My path could actually be harder. Maybe it's I want to do it myself. I don't want somebody to help me, because then they're also going to be able to always say that they kind of, like made some deal where they would do this for me if I would do that for them. I want it to all be mine. I want to own it myself from beginning to end. Nobody's going to put their name on my stuff. Even though I'm making it harder for myself, I want to do it myself. I totally understand that is so much the kind of person I am. That's a message I can totally understand. It's like, I do myself. I'm like that same bratty 2-year-old that I was as a little person. I'm still that person today. It's like, no, don't want to help. No, thank you. My name goes on it. Nobody else's. Nope. I don't build with other people. I build mine. It's to test oneself, though. It's not because we don't want to collaborate. It's that I don't want to collaborate because I have to make sure I've got the skill sets that entirely, so I can always fall back on my own abilities. This master of one's own destiny, though, this is somebody who wants to always be in charge of the direction they're going. And they go, if I give to somebody else, accommodate them, or allow them to chase me around and put their energy in with mine, I'm going to lose that autonomy. I can't, because I always want to be able to say yes or no at the drop of a hat. I want to go my own way. I got a plan for my own life, and I can't be beholden to somebody else and have to deviate from whatever my gut instinct tells me to do, all because now I owe somebody else an obligation. Okay, what is this about? We got to get to the bottom of this. What is somebody chasing them around and wanting from them? Or we could say, what are they running from? We have an Emperor in the reverse. We have a Six of Cups in the reverse, and we got the Five of Swords upright. Wow. So I got to say, this puts it in a totally different perspective. Somebody is refusing to allow an individual to boss them around. They may see it, even if an Emperor, this could be a business owner, this could be someone they were going to hire to do business with. And they said, you know what? Even though I'm sure this person is skilled, there is an undertone to them that makes me think if anything goes sideways, they're going to suck to deal with. They are somebody that I think is a little bit of a blowhard. Maybe they're a little egotistical. And I can already project that if there's any little issue, this person could be a nightmare to deal with. Why do I think that? Because I just can sense that we're not on the same page. And I don't want things to wind up becoming some little verbal battle. I just feel like our lead character has already spotted a behavioral trait in somebody where they're going to try to run the show no matter what. And I think that our character is way too much a free spirit to let anybody else have any dominion over them. And they're like, I know we're going to wind up in conflict and I want to avoid the conflict. And that's the reason I'm just going to find a graceful way to say thank you, but no thank you. I am master of my own destiny. I have to do it my way. I'm not saying it's the right way or the smart way, but it's my way. And I think that's the way I would describe this. Okay, why is our character like that? Let's get into them a little bit, right? Why is our character like that? Seven of Pentacles, Two of Swords. Part of them says, because in my lifetime, I have gained nothing by taking shortcuts. When you take a shortcut, sometimes you lose the ability to learn how to do something on your own. So right now, hang on, I got to get his name right in my head. The gentleman, Van Leeuwenhoek, and I might have just mispronounced or mangled his name, but the gentleman who basically is the father of the microscope. This is way back. I want to say like 1700s. He was obsessed with doing everything himself. This is historical. Okay. So he was this gentleman who was actually a merchant of cloth. And in order to look at like thread count closely, he needed to magnify it. So he started making lenses. And then he noticed if you curved them and made glass lenses, they would magnify better. Then he started getting obsessed with looking at everything under his lenses. And he started looking at everything like the scrapings off of his teeth, the plaque, all kinds of body fluids, you name it. And what he noticed and what he documented were what he called the animalcules. He discovered that there were these like incredible like pieces of life that were existing not to the naked eye, but only if you could magnify them. And he was so intent on doing everything himself. He ground the glass, he made his lenses, and he wouldn't tell anybody. He hoarded all of his information a little bit too, because he was very much like, I do it my way, I do it for my purposes, and I'm not telling everybody so they can just either take my idea and run with it or so they can learn everything off of my hard work. He was very much like, I have to do it the hard way. I have to do it my way, but I also am not taking anybody else's direction on all of this stuff. But his account of what he saw with, all kinds of, and the bacteria and amoeba and things like that. It was quite cute if you ever read about that. 'Twas delightful to watch them, like dance or something. I can't remember how he said it, but it was quite cute. But he is kind of the father of the microscope. And the reason I'm saying this is that the reason this reminded me of it is you notice this is a cheetah who's blindfolded. And the Two of Swords is like a blockage. Somebody says, I'm not taking the fast road. I do things myself and my way because it means I learn everything at the ground level and no one can take that from me. My knowledge is my own and I don't gain the same knowledge if I try to jump ahead. If I try to take somebody else's microscope that they already made, but I didn't invent it myself, then I lost out on that. I'll just say the patent, I suppose, but also the ability to understand something at that baseline level. So this is a person who maybe they are stubborn, but they are someone who wants to learn it for themselves because they actually enjoy the long road. They don't believe in the rapid road. They believe in the slow road. the road that really grows something. And I feel like this person says, even if a person was like a business owner, an emperor was trying to get me on board to do something, like they proposed something to me, here, just do this and then you'll be famous, just contract with me, I'll give you an image, I'll build your brand, or I'll give you some opportunity, or I'll do this job for you and you don't have to even think about it. This person says, I don't want you doing the job for me, I want to do it myself. I do myself. And I don't care that it'll take me 10 times longer. There's nothing for me, the kind of person that I am, I won't gain anything by taking shortcuts, because I'm all about like building my empire and knowing it's mine. Like, I guess that's the best way I could describe this. I don't know if that's making any sense, but we have a fiercely independent person is what I would say. Hard-headed, perhaps, too. Look at this. Look at the hierophant. Someone could be saying, I'm not taking the quick way to get fit. You notice how we've got like a Jane Fonda looking character over here. They're like, no, I get fit by doing the work. I connect with my higher self. My higher self guides me toward like the healthier choices to make. I'm going to do the exercises to, you know, build my body mass. I don't want to take shortcuts. I don't want to do things in different ways that would get me there faster. And ultimately what I'll be building is I'm doing it in accordance with what my higher self tells me to do, because the hierophant is a connection to the higher self, but it's also like structure. I feel like this character is very structured. They could be very dedicated. They have their own routine. This single character is a force to be reckoned with. Nobody can make this person budge. This person does not dance to anybody else's music. They'll be like, oh, I love to dance, but I make my own music. You know, like they are someone who they really, truly want to do things in a very particular way. Now, what that's going to earn them with the hierophant is a real knowledge of self, but it could also be leading this single person to the right partnership. So say all of this behavior that we're seeing in them, this like commitment to doing things in a way that is unique to them. They don't take shortcuts. They don't let somebody else solve their problems for them. They struggle, sweat, and bleed for their whatever their passions are. They apply that attitude to everything in life. And what it also means is this person goes, I don't care if I'm single until I'm 90 and then I meet the love of my life. Then I want to wait until I meet the right one. The hierophant is sometimes a marriage as well. This person, they're not going to say, I just don't want to be seen as a single person, so okay, I'll shack up with someone. This single character is single because they have like I would say they have like a creed that they live by. Because remember, this kind of an attitude is going to seep into everything. We're describing someone's like innermost self, the way they look at the world. So they're going to apply that to everything, including romance. No wonder they're single. It's not because they're not a catch. It's because they're saying a lot of people get scared and they want to just shack up with somebody because they don't want to be single on holidays, or they don't want to be the person where people go, oh, so you never got married. And it's like, yeah, I didn't get married. I'm not afraid to say that. I didn't want to marry the wrong person just so there was someone, and I didn't meet the person yet that I felt matched me. I don't think this person is difficult to get along with. If anything, they're so incredibly, like, they don't take from anybody. That could make it a little difficult for them because they're really good alone and they're very dedicated to doing things, not their way per se, but what they conceive as the right way. They want to learn stuff the right way. They want to make sure that they always have like a good foundation under them in career, in skill set, and possibly also in love. We have the Hanged Man, we have the King of Pentacles, and we have the Nine of Cups. But you know what? Even though it's a little bit longer, this person's not meeting their perfect person anytime real soon, because the Hanged Man still says there's some delay. I feel like there could be someone around them, maybe a fellow business owner, that already knows our single character. And they perhaps see this trait in this person and they sit and they chew on that for a while and go, you know what, I realized that person, like, they can't be bought and sold. No one can make that character do what anybody else wants them to. Man, that person got a backbone. Damn. That's the kind of person that's solid. That's the kind of person that would match with me. I'm interested. I feel like they could be gaining like I don't know. I think that a King of Pentacles might be falling for this lead character as they see what that character is made of. You know, a King of Pentacles is very solid and they're very stubborn. This could be like Taurus energy, very, very stubborn. And I think that they're going, damn, you're one of my kind, aren't you? But it takes them a little while to know that for sure. I gotta say, I think that our single character is going to, not right away, perhaps, but they are going to end up with someone who is so similar to them, so solid. And let me tell you, if our single character joins forces with somebody like this, with the fact that the two of them have business sense, have like, these are the kinds of people where they, let's use music as an example. If they're musicians, they may begin their career as independent artists. They never sell their rights to their music to anybody else, so they own it all. And by the time they become super famous, which they will eventually, they will be gazillionaires because they've owned everything all along. They never gave themselves to someone else to manage. They managed themselves from the beginning to the end. I feel like these are two like self-made millionaires, or these people can come together and they are already the same kind of person. Hard-headed, yes. Maybe that can make them difficult because they cannot be manipulated. They don't have a lust for money over a lust for freedom or personal choice. If you choose personal choice at all times above being bought, then there's not a price, right? There is no price that somebody can offer you to make you say, okay, I'll give you my freedom. So I think that's why this is, this person could be single for a longer period of time. You cannot manipulate this character. There's nothing that they want from you that they can't build themselves. So instead, they have to just meet someone as unique and special and dedicated as they are. No wonder this character is single. It's because they're a freaking catch and they're kind of one in a billion. It's hard to find that, I think. So of course it would be hard for them to find that person that matches them, but they will. And man, is that going to be a nice relationship with a King of Pentacles? Like, how perfect is this connection? All right, you guys, I'm going to leave this here. I do want to make one other mention. Somebody could have a beard. Somebody could like wearing brightly colored socks. Somebody looks damn good in a suit. Both of them look really good dressed sharp. But even when they dress sharp, they dress in a style that is their own. If they're feminine, they might wear a fedora hat, something that's like unusual. They have their own flavor. They never quite fit into anything that everybody else is doing because they don't follow everybody else's guidelines. They always do it their own way. And that really sets them apart. And it probably frustrates the hell out of a lot of people who wish, you know, because people are going to be drawn to somebody who's unique like that. But then it's like, but why can't I control you? Because this person, you've got nothing to wager to try to get this kind of a person to do what you want. They don't care what you want them to do. They do it their way. But it's kind of awesome because they definitely stand out. All right, you guys. Yell, Ruben, you sweetheart. Thank you again. Thank you. You are so, so sweet. You guys, thanks everybody for being here today. I appreciate each and every one of you. Hey, Jessica, good to see you. Nina V's in the house. Hello, hello. Yes. Oh my God, that's so cool. Dr. J. Yeah, I hear you. Euro Puppy, good to see you, honey. Hi, Vicky. Oh, Miss Herman, I didn't know you were in the house on this one too. Awesome. I'm so glad. It's my pleasure, Yael, always. Monkey Experiment, my pleasure. Thank you, guys. I'll see you guys in some of the other ones that I'll do for some of the Zodiacs now. All right. Bye, guys. Have a wonderful Friday. If I don't catch you again in a live, I probably won't do the next couple ones live. So just FYI, but they'll come out shortly. All right. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Jillian.